They'll knife it mid.
Flashbangs.
Let's see if Hiko flanks again.
I don't think he's gonna attempt the flank one more time. And it looks like somebody's not moving in spawn on T side. That's Semphis not moving.
So are we gonna have to restart again? Oh, nothing started shooting. Nothing started shooting. Okay, call it off, guys.
Yeah. Nothing with the ace in the attempted knife round.
Okay, now we're good. I saw Semphis move at the end of the round. That means we'll be starting in just a little bit. For those of you who are just joining us right now, the series is complexities thus far. 1-0 for them in a best of 3. This is the second map, DE Inferno, and we're about to knife 4 sides.
Oh, Moses. They're getting rattled. United 5 is clearly rattled here. Moses is definitely getting mad, and apparently we're not going to have knife round. XP3 shot right off the bat, so... Gonna wait one more round here and see. They got to go for a restart. Then we're gonna get the knife underway, hopefully. And could you see this being a way to get into the head of United 5 a little bit more if they weren't?
These players have played each other so often, and they know each other. If they're frustrated, their frustrations are mostly in their own team speaks, their mumbles, or what have you. And clearly, Moses is a little bit peeved, but this recent banter is it's zero sum, right? They've calmed down. It's a new map. It's a new world. Now it's time to do the stabby.
The stabby. He's getting underway.
I'm not about to do the play-by-play of a knife round.
Complexity's got it, dude. No, I lied.
The pit strat. The pit strat
at the end. Storm with the 4K. Look how Complexity gets it. United 5, both knives, so they've got picks both times.
Okay, we like our sides apparently. You're watching CEVO TV. I'm Cotton. My partner is Misled. Like we said, map 2. United 5 starts on counter-terrorist, facing off against Complexity, who have the map lead in the series. Here's our initial split. Let's take a look. The T's come sprinting out, and they will do what? They'll send 4 to the T-steps, 1 to the alternate mid, with the bomb in tow at the T-steps, drop toward Anger. We'll have some quick movements that stall right around mid as they scout out some information, gather, and then find that they want to pressure XP3, who is at the corner, waiting to be pre-fired. Gets gushed. XP3 takes a hard hit, and I think Sean Gares knows it. They may press their advantage here, unless they slow up and think that the rotates are coming. They press toward the corner. Sean Gares throws a smoke, and a single flash, perhaps, for his team. And the charge is in. Semphis is in, leading with Anger in tow, 1 at the spools. And Warden's having a hard time finding his shot. Gets a piercing hit kill onto Anger as nothing trades out his teammate. Nice! Clotheslines Sean Gares, who flips down, and this might be a third if he can find this purchase. There's 3 alive for Complexity, all fighting the site, unable to plant the bomb. There's the exchange. Nothing has Warden. Moses has Semphis. Back and forth. Back and forth. Still no bomb plant, and 55 seconds left on the clock. We've met some sort of Cold War stalemate. Well, it's not Cold War at all. It's just a very odd stalemate. At second oranges, nothing loses the battle. 1 left. It's Hiko, who is trying to find the bomb and finds a bullet instead. United 5 starts off strong with 1.
So very close of a pistol round right there. The remainder of the CT team was all very low. No one had over, I do believe, 30 HP, I think, at the end of that. But it was very close, though. Hiko was within range of almost one-shotting, if not 2, every single player left alive, which he very well could have done. United 5 held on, though, and so far in the series, that is the first pistol round they've taken against Complexity.
As a FAMAS burst down range, TM tries to give the haircut of the century to the terrorist at the bottom of the steps. Semphis will jump up into the window, and we'll have an apartment take. Look at the bomb in tow, and like we said, Storm and Moses playing the passive look back at the pit, and of course, the porch. Set smoke thrown, and it will distract XP3. We really call a rotate over. Look at the minimap. TM has been tricked. The bulk of the T-force is at A, and the rotate has TM out of position in CT spawn waiting. He's out of the arts position. Storm sees 1 coming around the port side. He calls back his teammates. Moses has the next, and the next may be Moses's again. 1 more in the apps. Hiko is just waiting to try to give him the headshot and then move on with his life, and Storm waits to support him. Pretty good round for United 5. all told thus far. It's going to be a perfect one, unless Moses dies like that. 4 alive, no rebuys except for that one at the very end. United 5 has a great second round.
Good attempt there, trying to win their way into A. If they would have taken that a little bit faster after the B fake was thrown, as you said, TM was trying to rotate actually through the speedway, back into CT spawn from Arch. If they were able to make that fake happen a little bit quicker over towards A, excuse me, they would have been able to get their way in there a little faster before TM was able to get himself back into position at Arch.
Double nades down the banana, and Sean Garris finds himself bleeding profusely. 1 HP, and he'll just try to make the YOLO play here. And that's probably, on some rounds, not the smartest of plays. You want to try to be an asset to your team, but with no armor and a Glock, he wanted to go for the insta-gib headshot. Anger finds out that they're playing close corners at the Arch and the porch, and he'll back off. Not a whole lot of decisions to be made here. I think Complexity wants to look for a push that they're not going to get.
Yeah, playing a little bit slower here, trying to play. United 5 is going back with that a little bit less aggressive, smart play here, trying to just work off shots. They have the gun advantage, no sense in getting overzealous and losing weapons.
Semphis wanted the Gib CZ kill. Storm turns, finds a jumper at the single box. Second one may be his, and the Moses party begins. Actually, I thought he was going to jump over the top of the box and become the executioner. It will be a team effort instead. United 5 has their 3 complexities onto their gun rounds.
So 3 rounds down now. All 3 go for United 5 so far. And this is going to be very, very telling here. As you can see, Complexity is going to be on the bye. This is round number 4. So this will really set the pace and the tone for the rest of the map here if Complexity is able to win on a gun round initially.
Very interested to see how Complexity's offense looks in this, because we didn't get too much of a look at it when they were on CT side of Dust 2. Will they be fast? Will they be precise? Will TM push down mid and shoot Sean Garris in the back, who's not ready? The T's have to know that we've had our plan thrown to pieces. They know that we're not at the T ramp, so Warden has to be here waiting to bait us out. One trade, and it goes in favor of Complexity, really, who should have been caught totally. 3-1, and nothing is by himself in the apartments, trying to figure out how to clutch now. With a minute 20, he can't really save this rifle because he will surely be hunted down, so he has to make the play. He has to make the play that starts with TM. He gets the kill down at Porch. One more by the boiler, and surely he'll be shot in the side. Take a look. Here's the flank. It's all behind him. And no bomb plant available. United 5 remains perfect.
United 5 playing more like United 5 there. TM pushing down mid. 2 players get a push down banana to try and get that pinch off. They got the initial frag there. They'd lost a lot of players, though, trying to stop everyone coming out of apartments there. So it was a good push there, and I think that's exactly what United 5 needs to go back to. Their aggressive play to try and catch Complexity on their rotates and set them on their heels and try and push Complexity back to their normal style of play.
With the limited amount of kills that Complexity has been able to grab, they're not getting enough extra money, and you don't really account for the... Oh, that deagle shot goes right over the shoulder of Anger. Could have shot him in the back of the head, but it turns into a storm kill. You're right. It feels almost schoolyard-ish, right? I saw you push the first game. I'm going to do it to you this time. And it seems to be working for United 5. What I was saying earlier was that without the kills, without the bomb plants, it's a buy save slide that gets really hard to climb out of until you're really at the 6-round losing streak, which you don't want to be at.
Yeah, bonus money, it's a good thing to get the bonus money, but it's never good to actually be there getting.
XP3 drops back, running back toward the site, comes back to the corner, has a lot of T's to face off with, and he just slows him down with that threatening AK presence. They won't push him with a minute left. They are just deliberating, wondering if they can find a kill, pick up a gun, and begin to matriculate the gun around and make use of it. Smart play, but it's a risky one.
Yeah, let's see if the rotate is going to pay off here. And they're going to go for it. They're going to be having the numbers advantage here. Only 1 player to beat. And they're going to drop back again. Oh, it's going to be... They're going to try and leave 1 player up there to lurk and try and catch a rotate. And it might work.
Surely. Warden has rotated over, splitting the CT force. 2 players will defend bomb site A, and as Warden gets dinked and brought down by the CZ on the other side of the map, TM finds his kill at the Moto. He gets traded. Semphis with the M4A4 picks up the kill. 2 CTs alive. XP3 and Moses. The bomb gets dropped, and now they'll have to try to reclaim it. Moses with the big shots knows he goes close, backs off into the apps. 2 versus 2. And he will wait. With 10 seconds, it's going to be a tough bomb plant. Nothing covers his teammate. Moses wins the battle. It's Hiko versus number 8. Looks at the apartments and tries to figure out where the other player is at the same time. There's the sound bait. Wins the first battle. XP3 comes around the corner. Hiko clutches with a double and puts up the first round for Complexity.
Big kills there coming from the Complexity side of things. Hiko able to clutch that round when they needed after throwing a fake back into a fake. The double worked. It would have been nice for Nothing to pick up a little bit more damage, if not a kill over there on the B lurk to try and slow the rotate back down coming through CT spawn.
Tough when that trade comes just a little bit slow there, because it seemed as though XP3 was willing to throw his life away as long as his teammate was ready to trade, and Hiko is just a hair too fast. Just a hair.
Yeah, got the shot off a little bit quicker and the damage to able to get that kill down. But let's see if Complexity can follow up.
The follow-up will be intended for B. The B players have the bomb, and in tow behind Nothing, the carrier 1-1 trade, and XP3 drops a very easily acquired op for the T side, and that's a dangerous thing given that their economy was already as damaged as it was. Is it recovered? Not yet. They won't push down the apartment side and claim it. Maybe not till the end of the round. With a minute 15 left, there's a lot of round left to be played. 1 dead for both teams. Still, the bomb remains in Banana, and we want to see whether or not we're going to see a set piece out of them. It looks like Nothing's lining up a throw, so is Sean Gares, and we have an entry protector by Anger.
Interesting.
The smoke will have to be intended for the spools given Nothing's position. The second one is probably for the CT cross, and Anger being the impromptu entry that we don't see him do too often. Moses is still at the apps thinking that players are there, and that smoke and all of that hullabaloo was really a fake. Anger has just now become a lurker. Hiko is actually the de facto entry who fails his duty. TM and Moses call out their play, and only Sean Gares is left in this site to try to make the hero play. One burst is good. Nothing is, Nothing. Moses is down. TM trades. That leaves Anger versus with 20 seconds left and an M4A1. Chances are he's not going to win that battle. He loses it. In fact, 5-1.
United 5 standing strong there, able to win that round to not allow Complexity to get the follow-up rounds there. But this is almost like a complete role reversal from what we saw on Dust 2 here. United 5 is hitting shots, and they're hitting hard shots, and they're making it happen here. Whereas Complexity on the other side of things is trying to switch up their strats. They're trying to go aggressive, trying to sit back and work a pick and roll. It doesn't matter how they switch, they're just not able to get the damage off.
The early smoke from XP3 thrown deep into the Banana to allow his teammate, Warden, to hold the site while he comes to rotate back toward A. As the rush comes in on the eco, TM has sprayed through, picked up 3 while shooting through the smoke, picks up a 4th, and Storm will finish it off. Those are eco kills with no armor. You don't celebrate those too much, but shooting through the smoke like that, it always looks good.
Yeah, spraying through the smoke, able to connect on shots. It so often feels like you're never able to connect on the shots that you need to connect on. Right there, was able to make it happen, close it out with the CZ at the end of that, and United 5 once again standing strong, but they're going up against AKs and armor buy. So let's see if they're able to shut Complexity down one more time and force the save here.
Interesting that we're not seeing op play on the T side. Complexity wants to play fast, maybe the op is a little bit too slow for them. We don't know the reasoning quite yet. TM pushes down mid, has a kill, and walks away as a Tracer flies right by him. Anger is underneath them. With the huge flank, he could have almost lost that battle. Comes up under TM. The comms were too slow. TM, while dying, didn't tell XP3 how he died, and it surrendered an extra kill to Anger. 2 versus 3. Storm and Warden versus Hiko, Anger, and Sean Gares. Devastating play.
Yeah, good job there. Anger on that. Comms, as you said, a little bit slow. I don't know what they're using here. Maybe a little delay through Ventrilo. But he was able to get both those kills, which was huge for them to give them the advantage. Otherwise, we'd be looking at a 4 versus 3 right now.
Warden throws a little present for that T who escaped him, and it does considerable damage. As he walks back, the player in bomb side B is calling, rotate, rotate, rotate. I don't care if they're at B. I need help. Storm has called for assistance and has at least traded himself 1-on-2. Warden, our 5th player, is looking to clutch. 1 at the fountain, 1 at the emo. And that fight will never happen as the spray through the smoke claims his life 6-2.
That was a very, very big round there. Anger, as I said, able to pick those 2 up, even though his score does not reflect how helpful that was for his team. But picking those two off, making that a 3 versus 2 instead of a 4 versus 3 in their favor, they were able to work back to be, they knew 2 players left alive, 1 had to be at each site, so pick the site that they felt they could take easy enough with 3 players, and they just went for it, and they were able to win that round.
An absolutely critical round now here for United 5 as they have very, very little cash. As I just showed you on the screen, slow play by Complexity, they sort of feel the pressure. They're kind of bottled up in the alternate, trying to protect each other and make sure that they survive the initial onslaught from United 5 as they push down Banana. They'll run back and stack A, perhaps stack A. Storm's on the way back, but the offense is at the apartments, not the art side where they have overloaded. Flashes over. Sky flashes for A, an uncommon practice. That's typically a B move here, and they get stopped by the brackets. Not a lot of action still. TM claims a nade kill, and Warden looks on the wrong side for the kills. Inside the site is a flurry of bullets. Moses is in the pit, still fighting a double pit look, and this is devastating as Complexity was not ready for the overstacked bomb site A. 1 alive in the site, it's Sean Gares. Gets shot by Moses, who's had a fantastic round, and the defuse comes via Warden. Look at that. The in-game leadership by United 5 called the stack at A. Complexity walks right into it. And like I said, when it comes time for serious matches, you start seeing these very, very creative strats. I'm not sure how Sky Flashes do on Inferno, though. I'm not sold that Sky Flashes is a great call.
It seemed to work out there. They were able to hold pit, even though they got smoked coming up.
I meant for Cole throwing the Sky Flashes, which kind of got them killed. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I was just saying it didn't really work out in their favor, but even throwing the smokes into the pit, trying to lock the players in pit, 2 of them, Moses and his teammate, both set in pit, and just played that out and waited for the smokes to dissipate enough that they just halted Complexity's advancement, because it was just a full tennis rush right there. They wrapped all the way through.
Shots in, and they baited XP3 into thinking that a single player was just being a flank. Warden gets run over by Anger on this round where United 5 had such a good start in the last round. It's flipped. Complexity's script looks much, much stronger this time around. That was a very, very clever play, using that spam, tricking XP3 into thinking that there was only 1 player in there. He walked into a wall of terrorists.
And United 5 is just going to go for a 3-man save here. And Complexity is not going to try and let that happen. They are going to go for the hunt.
Certainly not. 3 alive, and they've peeled off a little bit too quickly, leaving Complexity out for the hunt, as you called it. And Hiko and Semphis are just a little bit careful, thinking that 3 players is kind of hard to hunt, so maybe we don't do this. Maybe Hiko throws away his Gallo that he doesn't really care about. End of the round, 7-3.
Able to save those rifles there, but as you can see, money-wise, they're not really able to buy up around those to support, and they do anyways, so they're going to go up and try and buy 2 more rifles to try and support their teammates with, and they're going to go for it. They are able to get armor, though, with the rifles and nades, so United 5 trying to win some more rounds.
United 5 falls into the same trap that they fell into the round 2 rounds ago, where they have to really be careful of their economy lest they run into a trap like this where Complexity wins the battle again. Another aggressive push that gets punished by Complexity. One of the hallmarks of a great team is that they are not commonly tricked by the same moves over and over again. And United 5's aggression is starting to become predictable to the point where Complexity is baiting them into coming into Banana and then killing them early in the round.
Yeah, getting those kills early there, shutting down that aggressive play there at B. And I guess our initial question was just answered there. If the B push happens, how will Complexity handle it? And they were able to win on a push versus push.
I think Sean Gares just walked into a trap just then. Still, they're gonna win this round, but Sean Gares is probably not happy that he just walked right into the lawnmower.
Yeah, definitely got mowed down there. They know exactly where the 2 remainder United 5 players are. They're not going to go for them here. It's not worth trying to risk your weapons, but if they do happen to peek out and you're in an advantageous position, why not shoot them in the face? Force their buy. You know their economy is going to be right now.
Look at the force.
They're going for it.
This is an all-in.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well, whether or not we like it or not, this could turn the entire half around. It could, where this looked like it was going to be a 10-5 sort of affair for United 5, this could turn into even an 8-7. No aggressive push from United 5, who have learned their lesson the hard way, and Warden and XP3 back off. The splits from the T show 2 in the banana. Bomb dropped idly as this is a default. They're just trying to feel out where they're going as Sean Gears controls the pace and tempo of the round. Aggressive positions of United 5 will have a flashbang in. Hiko is ambushed. Where United 5 has not played before, they pushed into the apartments and found that player. Complexity moves back toward mid, probably up toward the brackets, and it will force... Why is that early rotate happening? Check this out on the minimap. Still, we'll have to address it some other time because the action is all about to happen at A as Anger is trying to become a complementary force to his teammate by joining as a wrapping force through the apartments. Still, too many players at B, not enough at A. Not just yet where the confrontation's about to happen. TM waits in the pit for this first exchange. Fire for the library, and still we wait.
And it doesn't look like they've been spotted yet. Till now.
Not yet. Now the information's through, and we have a player at Library and at Arch, and the crossfire is going to make this extremely hard for Sean Garris to get in, who manages to survive with very little health. TM still in the pit, knows that a player is here. Anger wins the battle, 3 versus 4, and Moses comes in with Moto, pre-fires into the pit, 1 alive for the U5 team. It's Warden again. We said at the beginning of this round, if he doesn't clutch, which I will shut up. If he doesn't clutch, we'll see. 1-on-2, Warden can't win it. Very, very close. That could be, when we swap sides on the half, the round where we say that changed it. It could have been 10-5. Now it may be 7-8. Now it may be 8-7. Who knows?
That is definitely going to be huge here. Here comes the save. They will be able to buy next round. They should be able to buy next round, yeah. But Complexity, man, on the burner that they're on right now, if they continue to hold this down and they don't get too aggressive here, and they got to know that an eco play is coming from United 5. So if they work this nice and slow, they should be able to get their way into A.
There are no players at A, and this is a full-on B stack for Complexity. Excuse me, for United 5, meaning that if they just do their homework right and scout, do some recon, they will probably find that nobody... Oh, look at this. Sean Garris with the Moa quad. He wants to come out for the 5th. There's the chance, and he's going to lose that battle. No joy for him. It would have been an epic victory rush. 1 alive for the United 5 force. It's just TM. With this P250, the round's over. Complexity has closed the gap to just 1.
And back into the 5K range here is going to be United 5, so they will be able to buy on this round, and they have to shut this down here. Complexity, they're running away with rounds right now. They're out shooting. The roles once again have been switched. United 5 not able to make their shots happen, whereas on the other side of things, Complexity is now able to shoot all of a sudden. We watched Sean Garris get in a gunfight with a player on balcony at A. Just sprayed him down easily.
Mid. Warden is in the face of Sean Garris already, who just barely saw him. Hiko comes around to save his teammate, tries to control his spray, picks it up after the 6th bullet, and Storm tried to trade before Hiko turned on him. It's an all-out gun battle exchange, and in the underpass is Anger again, who pulled this trick once, drops down. Moses does the Batman move. It's 2-on-2. I don't even know that there was any strategy to this. This felt like Quake, like looking at a Quake game or something.
Just aggressive YOLO push all the way around the board. And it's 2 versus 2 though, so it never really paid off for any play or any team.
TM's in the pit, and surely he just barely missed Hiko, who gives away the fact that he's here by throwing fire at him. Does minimal damage, and TM falls to the other side of the pit. Moses on the fast rotate, and we have a 1-on-1. TM comes up with the double kill, and the rounds finally stop fading away out of United 5's grasp. They have another. It's 8-6.
That was so needed there for United 5, just trying to stop the momentum that Complexity has here. They're running away with rounds, they're out shooting, and that's going to be a big thing for them. If they can try and demoralize Complexity a little bit, they can come out as half ahead, which they're guaranteed now. It could be 8-7 here or 9-6 if they're able to win this round.
Another push, perhaps. Warden is down mid, fighting in open space. Sean Garris gets pre-fired, and he was ready this time. United 5 tried to make this last round a little bit too cute. And unfortunately, it cost them a critical round. 8-7 is your halftime score. Complexity is up 1 map in the series. This is the 2nd map of the best of 3. You're watching CEVO TV. I am Cotton. My partner is Misled. And that story, the narrative of that first half, is a story of great play and sudden randomness that has turned this all around. And I credit this, I suppose, to the in-game leadership of Sean Gears.
Definitely. Bringing rounds back, it switched it up just enough, and then was able to adapt for his team to help them win a round. And let's see if they're able to get this pistol.
They've stacked up in Banana, or at least have protected Banana by holding the staircase, having 2 players in the actual Banana, and then the bomb carrier closely in tow. That's Moses. No players at A have rotated. It's going to be a fair, quoted, fair fight at B. Sean Gears and Hiko will hold. And we have a entry. It's going to be a slow one and a spam through. Thus far, it's Hiko's point. No commitment yet. No rotates yet. Not until the Speedway player arrives, and that will be Semphis, who waits at the CT railing. Still a minute. They're trying to get Complexity to waste their nades, maybe even make a foolish push. But really, it's a zero-sum, and they may have to walk in now, and maybe without making noise, they have a chance. Semphis looks. It's a 3 versus 5. Here's the attempt. Semphis loses. At the spools is Sean Gears, who hits the shot, and Hiko at the back left will start shooting at the backs of players. At the barbecue is Hiko. He gets charged down 3 versus 2, and like that, nothing has arrived on the scene with teammate in tow, Anger. He'll have to enter the construction, hits a beautiful shot. Moses falls backward, 2 versus 2, and around the corner is Nothing, who sees the bomb planter, still firing shots. Back at the new box is Warden, 1-on-2, still fighting, loses the battle, and heartbreakingly, that will give probably a total of 3 rounds to Complexity, where United 5 seriously need that one.
Man, that's going to put them right into a tie. That's the exact position United 5 does not want to be in. Allowing Complexity to get that tie right off the bat, that's going to be rough. You want to get that first round, and then you should get your 2 SMG rounds or rifle rounds after that, just because you have the advantage, as normally CTs wouldn't be buying yet if you won that round. So that's going to be tough. Now it's going to be fighting for every single round instead of giving yourself that little bit of buffer that you had going out of half.
We'll sprint out of spawn. United 5 will drop the bomb and pick it back up again. Perhaps go with the same look. They want to get that aggressive push down Banana controlled, so they're stacking up here, making sure nobody comes running down at them the same way and same practice at mid. But Cole taking a different leaf out of their book today. They're saying Dust 2 was a different story. We were ultimate aggro, and this game we're just going to be cool cucumbers. Just sit back and play our game. I like the diversity, if nothing else.
That's what they need. They were becoming slightly one-dimensional in their gameplay, and this switch is going to be huge for them.
United 5 is taking the cues. This is the calm in the storm. Right now, Complexity's playing an off look, but when we're not expecting it, somebody's going to come charging down middle. It'll be Nothing. It'll be Hiko. It'll be somebody coming running down at us. And not this round, but sometime in the future. Pop flash for Nothing. Gets TM just a tad as he comes back across the arch peak, and there it is. First kill of the round. Nothing claims it. Flashes back out to see if anybody else is out. The wrapping force out of the apartment runs straight into the bullets of Semphis, who picks up a cool triple. That leaves a single player Moses, and I'll point out the fact that TM has just dropped, which is a sad thing, because he was like 27 or 22 and 7 or something. He was phenomenal. That's not even possible since they lost that many rounds, but I feel like he had a really good score.
He was doing very well, and he's already back into the game, so it's not going to affect it. We're not going to have, or maybe we are going to have a pause. Moses picks up 1, though.
I'm wondering, I'm not going to stop the action here as Moses is still fighting, picks up another headshot, has the swag, could rainbow down onto Anger if he didn't react fast enough, which he did. I want to see exactly what TM's money is, 2,700. He's lost it. Will we match Medic?
I didn't see it, but I imagine it's going to happen.
It's incumbent on the players to ask for it, and we see the match getting paused, so I think they're deliberating in the back-end staff chat, where you probably won't see it in the game. And they'll decide whether or not they can restore the cash.
They're buying here, so
I guess they're going to play on. TM says
go. Go with it.
TM says go.
Yeah.
He's okay with it. His team's got money.
He just wants to get it done. They had a lead there, and
Never mind.
We went to the match medic. All right.
Which is odd, because the match medic just gave him the exact same amount of money. Maybe TM thought he had lost his money. Oh well.
Apparently, it's back to the way it was, and United 5 going back to a bye here.
Maybe he had done his math wrong or something.
Just took a guess. I had 7,000 somehow.
Here we go. It's a tough sledding climb for United 5. Complexity starting to look like complexity. If you take my parlance, they are looking very strong today. Nade down alt, and nothing does a very risky jump check and makes it out alive. Same passive hold at banana, a triple hold to make sure nobody comes running down at them. Maybe Hiko does it. Sean Gares maybe a little bit less, but they're not the types to do it, and likely or not, it will be Semphis who pushes them. And I guess poetically correct, he is the one who pushed them this round. He gets taken out. No deaths for United 5 as they feel pretty good about how they've dealt with the aggression of Complexity, who tried to throw a curveball this round. Like we said, eventually Complexity is going to throw the curveball at them and try to throw them off balance, and I think United 5 dealt with it very, very well.
Interesting play here. Complexity is now going to completely drop back, and they're just going to rotate over into A here, which is not going to be the spot that I want to go to. Taking the 50-50 shot that United 5 is going to go for the A bomb site, and it's going to be an execute into B.
We have a set piece coming, and it's coming through like this. Had to fly in the ugly way just to get you guys all briefed. It's a fire and smoke combo, and the spray through by Sean Gares will try to do some damage as they plant. They'll all scoot out of the way of the line of fire of all those tracers, and it looks like Complexity is happy to just back off, or at least let the smoke dissipate before they try the retake. Surely 3 versus 5 is not great odds, and Sean Gares is already considering for his team. Guys, I think we just wait for the exits.
Yeah, I'm going to sit back, try and force a few rebuys here. They haven't got a single kill yet, so if they're able to force a few rebuys, it's going to make this win that United 5 get here. It's going to make it sting a little bit, and ooh, nothing, almost getting taken down by Moses. And he does.
They did fix the collision on the blue trucks, so you're going to get shot like that these days.
Yeah, no more hiding behind the corner of it and being able to get away with some tricky stuff. Now you're just going to get taken down. And safe exits for all of the terrorists there that are all able to get out with the round win and their weapons. Even though TM had 10 HP and XP3 was very low also, Complexity is going to reel a little bit here and not be able to buy 1,500 for Hiko. So
another round with very, very weighty implications because of the force buy, and we see Complexity do force buys all the time, but this one seems just a little bit hairy. No supporting nades except for two smoke grenades on Inferno. Seems like it's very hard to accomplish.
Yeah, and it looks like their teammates actually ended up buying for the 2 players with only 1,200. So yeah, that's going to be rough though. They were able to buy armor around that after their teammates were able to drop them a rifle here. Complexity really needs to win this round, otherwise their economy is going to be hurting for the next round.
Surely. Storm and XP3 combo on this apartment as he looks up over to protect him from the boiler, and XP3 will look at the back of the apartment surely to protect him from any pick. Nobody's there, and Anger's playing an off look outside of the pit, looking back at the apartments, and with a rifle, that's a pretty risky thing to do. Flash over, and Warden tries to blind the left side arch player. And they'll back it up. The bomb will become a B-take look, and Moses will come up behind his teammates. We'll see a flank from the other side. No action thus far until this. Sean Gares in the smoke has 2, couldn't pull out his sidearm fast enough, and Moses now fights a desperate battle before the CTs arrive, and nothing has arrived on the scene. XP3 is trying to fight a losing battle where his AK was sliding and he was crab walking. Storm is the last. He is at 6 HP and thinking that I need to save for 30 seconds. It's pretty tough. I'm not sure how I can accomplish that, so I'm going to fight.
He's going to try and go for it here. Low on HP. Doesn't work out for him. Anger's actually able to clean that up. So that's a back and forth round win here. 1 Complexity, 1 United 5, back to Complexity. And if they continue to do this, both of their economies are going to suffer severely.
Of course, with the cheaper economy, United 5 continues to buy. And even now, Complexity is not buying comfortably. Sure, they buy this round, and then after this, they face the same situation that they did in the previous. They need this one to build a little bit of a bank account, some buffer room to feel a little bit more comfortable. Flash, and I'm super blind, says nothing. Somebody support me. Anger comes out, shows his rifle. I got you. Don't worry about it, and this nade might do a lot of damage. No health bars affected. Looks like the hay bales actually protected them from a good majority or all the damage. Warden comes up through the apartments, and he does the same thing, protecting his teammate XP3. He will probably peek the boiler while he combo peeks the apartments. Very methodical play here from United 5, who have shown in the past that they have really got this map down to somewhat of a science. Well, today has shown that they have some cracks in that armor. Smoke's over, and that one's for the Arch. One more probably close for the left, and they may run through. Yeah, it'll be an exchange. Nothing has flashed and engages Warden through the smoke. Semphis tries to spam, and XP3 is going to come out pre-firing Semphis, who could not stop the bullets underneath Storm. Easy kill, and Anger is down. This looks like a very advantageous round for United 5, but Hiko is about to even it up, and if he gets a kill here with some weak T's fighting for him, fighting around him, he's got a chance. They'll back off. The smoke for that Moto will make it harder to run through. They'll have to come through the port side, it looks like. No! There's a crease in the smoke, and that's allowed Complexity to walk through. Still, not a whole lot of information about where players are located. XP3 is down. Next, Warden engages, and he gets a double. Saves the round for his team with only 16 HP. 10-10, we're tied up.
Man, if Sean Garris would have just looked right a little bit more, he would have been able to take down Warden, and then it would have been just a straight heads-up gunfight with the player in pit. Not able to make it happen, though, and the back and forth continues here. United 5 wins one. No one's getting 2 in a row so far, and as you can see here, CT side, 3 of their players are pretty broke. We got a 2100, 18, 25, 1400, nothing with the most money, so they're going to have to be on a save.
A stack for B. 3 players already waiting inside of bomb side B right here. And Nothing and Anger will try to make some sort of special play. Perhaps pushing, gathering some information, just trying to say if somebody's actually here, if you guys are justified inside of bomb side B. And we see a lot of B stacks these days in the pro circuit of play. How do you feel about them? Never mind. Sean Garris peeks, has one, and blows away TM. Makes it out with some HP. Not a whole lot, but still calls for the rotate. So you can see on the minimap that the CTs are quickly in tow. United 5 is not sold on the fact that they want to take B. So if that information is surrendered, if they know that they've been discovered, they'll probably head back toward A. And that's exactly what Nothing is thinking, who's moved back into bomb side A. Smart play.
They're going to drop back now, and they're going to get to the better position here. They're going to be fighting against 2 CTs as opposed to fighting the 3 that were stacked there. They have no idea how many were actually there, but just took a gamble on it, and it looks like it's going to work out for them.
We had a U5 player look for the Euro boost on the left side of the brackets, thinking that he might get somebody above him, which would be a very, very fun play to see. Semphis is waiting, and he gets tagged just a little bit, down to 66 HP. Nothing is in the sight, trying to tuck himself in without using too much sound. Fires at Warden, wants a double. Anger will support him, and Semphis is back on the flank, and this is going to most likely be an eco round win. XP3 versus 3 now. The bomb's out in the open, right by Moto. Hard to plant now, but he'll go for it, though duly surrounded. 2 at the library, 1 coming through the apartments, and XP3 with the clutch of the series on his hands. That shot passes right by his opponent. First kill, no good. Spinning around, and XP3 cannot find his wherewithal. He cannot find the composure. That will be a Complexity eco round win, 11-10.
And they're going to get guns out of this, too. So that's going to be 3 AK. Semphis, Hiko, and Sean Garris are going to grab those. After they win that round there, that was a huge light buy for them. They were able to get that round down and in the books. So the back and forth still is continuing here. But Complexity is looking pretty now. As you can see, Nothing with 8,000. Sean Garris with 6. 5,900 for Semphis. So this will allow them to buy again after this round if they are going to lose this, as long as they pick up a few kills here. And United 5 going to be on a save.
U5 is agitated. Can you see this? Sean Garris is talking a little bit of garbage toward TM, and Warden coming to his defense is not happy that his team is getting pushed around here. Not this round, not like this. And certainly he didn't want this eco round to go like this either. Shot through the smoke, and Semphis has another. The last is Warden, our number 5. Frustrated. Frustrated is the word.
And in that round there, that's definitely going to be frustrating. You did not force a single rebuy there. So your eco, that should be at least forcing players on the opposing team to try and spend money to give you a better shot of forcing them into a save faster if you are able to pick up a round. It didn't happen there. You weren't able to get any of those.
Spangler playing Mother Goose. trying to do some damage control as the emotions ride a little bit high. The offensive push for United 5 looks a bit like this. 3 into the apartments, 2 up toward the brackets fast. They smoked out the left side, and they change up their playbook. This time it will be about speed, and through the smoke, XP3 surely thinks that somebody's behind him, and he thinks nothing, calls out his teammates, looks for the spray, picks up the kill. Still, Anger's fighting in the pit, gets taken down after doing significant damage to United 5. XP3 and Warden are wounded. Storm's all right. No bomb plant available, so he can push through the smoke. His head is visible. Surely he can't get a kill. Warden surrenders it, has a double, and he goes down. 1 versus 1. XP3 has to guess where the last one is, and he's guessed right. Sean Gare's shot, surprisingly giving away his position, but I suppose it amounts to nothing as he's made some serious pressure for XP3, and he's now probably beginning to think whether or not he can plant this safely.
He's got a lot of time here, though. A minute on the clock. He can play with this quite a bit to try and see if he can get Sean Garris to make a bad decision here.
50 seconds, and XP3 is trying to convince Sean Garris that I've left this site. I'm not actually here. The crosshairs are off for XP3, and Sean Garris is stalking him, who gives away the shot, shoots once with the AK, shot in the back, and he may clutch this. It's a head-bobbing fight. If he just throws this molly, he comes out charging, and XP3 is forced out of his position. Sean Garris clutches with a catch-22 position. That was clever. That was clever.
The molly throw at the end of that with the panic double crouch was pretty epic. They were able to bring it home, though. Smart throw on the molly, worked his way back through the site, was able to get the 1 versus 1 clutch down, and that really hurt United 5 and their economy now. Going to be on a light buy here, and they're going to try and do what Complexity did to them. But Complexity looks poised to grab their 14th round here.
Complexity poised and rounding back into form down mid. Semphis already fighting with a double. Whips out the sidearm and supported by nothing. Make sure that nobody can't pick up that gun. TM's the last, and it's beginning to slide out of United 5's grasp. Like I said, United 5 is good on this map, but Complexity is the sort that is just beginning to round back into form. Let it not be said that they are suddenly out of the conversation for being one of the elite North American teams. Complexity is very, very good, and it took a little bit of time to find some chemistry, but clearly they're getting there.
They're hitting their stride now. They're doing well. They're having big series against arguably the best team in North America right now, iBuyPower, and they're doing well against them. They forced that into a triple overtime. They're doing good here. They're beating United 5 on what you would say is their best map, or one of their better maps, I should say. Excuse me.
I'm pretty content that Warden came into the negotiation room, the back end chat saying, "Don't let us pick Inferno because the implication we're gonna rock you," and not the case. Not the case yet. Not at all.
Definitely not so far, and I mean, Dust 2, what I thought was going to be the equalizer, did not turn out to be an equalizer.
Here's the flash, and in the brackets, everybody's blind. Wants to go for a second pop flash. Peeks again, sees somebody throwing a nade for him, and he can't pick up the kill. 1-1 trade for him, and through the smoke, XP3 continues the battle. Semphis pushes through, finds a double, and Storm, well, he has 4 to kill. Otherwise, we're on to the game points.
Oh man, I love that position that Anger was in right there. Instead of being actually in the back of the pit, you play on the stairs with your knees basically against the corner of the truck. You're able to clip the top of their head. They're not able to see you. Such an amazing way to grab that. And Complexity now has 15 rounds.
We're on to the game point, as you just alluded to. 15 rounds for Complexity. United 5 now faced with the epic comeback or succumbing to the lower brackets. Final buys look a little bit light for United 5, who is letting XP3, Moses, and Storm carry the support nades and push through the banana is Sean Garris. Here comes the action. Has 1 shot. Semphis comes up to support him. 2-2 on the trade. 3 alive for both teams, all healthy. And the next one at the corner, I don't think Warden was expecting, but still had the reflexes to take down. Now it's Nothing's turn. Has 1. Can't transfer. 2 versus 1. And the man of the first game, Anger, comes toward CT. Faces off versus XP3 versus Moses, excuse me. He's going to charge the smoke. Ballsy play. First oranges. It's XP3 who's blind, still no kill. 15-11. United 5 doesn't want to go down, not just yet.
There's a good shot that this could be forced to overtime here, but United 5 is going to have to force every single round and win every single round from here on out to force it into that overtime against Complexity. Otherwise, Complexity is going to win this, and they're going to move on, and it's going to be tough.
Tough. tough is an adequate word for that. Yes, it's a long and arduous road for the lower bracket. It's no fun. Not when you have to win 2 best-of-3s in the finals. Nobody wants to do that.
No, definitely not. I mean, dropping down into lower bracket, who are they? They're going to play... They're not playing Cyber Rev, right?
No, Sean
they're gonna
Gares
be-
slides out and finds TM and shoots him right in the private regions. Maybe a third for him as he gets a little bit aggressive. Warden goes down, 3 alive for United 5, and this seems like it's sliding toward the end. A second fire to back off United 5. It's sliding toward the end for United 5, who's been a bit bludgeoned today. At first treated with a hefty dose of aggression, and then again treated to just excellent gunplay and a couple of mechanical errors on their part when taking bomb sites. And also, Sean Gares popped a molly, and XP3 was fine. 1 left. He's got the bomb right out here, and Hiko's already called good game, and XP3 would like nothing better than to clutch this round and at least preserve their chances. 45 seconds, and they think he's given away his position again. He wanted to fake back toward B, and he just hangs around.
This is... There's a good chance that this is it right here. 1 versus 3. Hiko's up. Anger is up. Sean Gares is up. Already with a 2K for Sean Gares. XP3 down to 31. It's not looking good.
No, he'll find a player. He just saw the head of I believe it was Anger at the pit. 1, and in the pit he pulls out his knife again. He failed to do this in the first game. He had his knife out and got killed this way. In a 1-on-1, 16 seconds, he'll go in a full-on sprint. Anger had just the opportunity and thinks that he's still there because of the timer, but he's going for the all-out run with his Nikes on. 5 seconds to plant, he'll be good, and now our LMS is Anger. Let's end this game, he thinks. I tend to think that he's got a good shot of it, as good as any. About equal health, 31 and 34 apiece. 1 of the construction, nope. 1 of the new box, perhaps. 1 of the oranges, maybe. There it is. There's the confirmation. It's new box. XP3 and Anger face off. It's just a matter of who's going to make this shot. Shots missed by XP3. Opportunity missed and opportunity seized. Anger has won it. They will extend their time in the upper bracket. And United 5 now visits the lower